things set up first before we start. But in the meantime, welcome back everyone. This will be episode 2. This time I'm going to make sure I have the live chat set up properly. There we go. Got that set up this time. Alright, stream looks good. Alright, today we're going to be finishing this hovel of ours. I need lots of wood. Thankfully, we're in a forest. It's quite slow to start for chopping things down, considering how low the tools levels are. But we'll get through it. Maybe I'll pick smaller trees next time. But once we get this done, I'm going to see about starting a forge, which will require going out hunting. This will be much faster here. Still have to make more wood frames to finish the walls, but... Oh, there goes that tool. We'll just toss that one out and make a new one. It's getting kind of low. Much better. We have a friend coming. There we go. And down he goes. Oh, he's got some soup. Dupe tokens. I have room for him right now. Although I could eat that soup. You have to be careful with what you eat, because it can also give you gas, which attracts zombies too. Just like holding raw meat will. Even cooked food will, matter of fact. Depending on the food, certain foods have more of a smell radius than others. Some have none. Such, I believe, as cornbread has none. Let's see if I'll make some wood frames. Some wood. There we go. Chop some more trees down. Fun, fun. Seems we have another friend nearby. Oh, he got me. Get out of here. Sometimes when you get hit, you get stunned, which can put you in a pretty bad position when fighting these guys. Ooh, mechanical parts. Those are very good. Very handy for things. We'll get rid of this sandwich. We don't need it. Mechanical parts are far more valuable. There's a nest sitting there, so we'll grab that after this. We'll go see what we can update on the house. Wood on the way back, why not? think you can pick these up, not like in Minecraft. You have to re-break your block. I need to be more careful, don't I? So, way to avoid that. Always put a block on the back corner so that when you're backing away, you hit the block and know you're there. And you don't walk off the side of your tall building. Sometimes your building can get pretty tall, and you don't want to be falling off the end. It's a crawler. Get away from my house. Just start breaking it. We're gonna have to go check that out in a minute. He probably damaged some blocks. But we'll be fine. One more row should be plenty for this, and then we'll worry about upgrading the walls and getting a roof on it. Just gonna do all these corners. Save some time. Okay, just about enough to do this. We'll have to make a door for that. That's no problem. And upgrade what we can. Depending on the tool, the more advanced it is, the least hits it'll take to upgrade a block. One of the most desirable is a nail gun, of course, but a hammer will do just as well. If you don't have that, you can also use a wrench, which is better than a stone hammer, or axe, that is. And we're out of wood. We'll have to go chop some more trees. There's one right here. I have to eat some food and get my health back up after that hit. Give that a repair since it's getting really low. Better efficiency with a better repaired weapon. Apologize for the long wait for these. I mean, much I can do about it. That's why I need a forge. I need a forge so I can make some iron and start making iron tools. That'll help greatly, taking these bigger trees down. Free wood laying around. Oh, the nest. Finish the door frame off. There we go. What a boring job. But it's a job that's got to be done. As we are still on day 1, we're doing pretty well. Because after day 1 goes by, the further we go, the more difficult it's going to get, especially with zombie spawns. Eventually we'll have dog spawns, packs of wild dogs running around. That's not something you want to run into. They will make quick work of you. The endless wood grind. Low on stamina, we're going to have to pause a moment there. Getting up. That'll be enough to finish this. No point in standing around too long. The sun will be going down soon. We don't want to be caught in the dark with any walls. Repair this too. Usually I would have picked a more level area where I wouldn't have had to make little legs on the walls like that, but beggars can't be choosers, so I'll take a spot where I can. Almost done. Still have to do the outside corners, but of course put on a roof. But right now, I would actually be okay without having a roof, as there really isn't anything that can get up those walls. They're quite high. Maybe a spider zombie, but you don't see those too much anymore after the new zombies they put in. They used to be all over the place at one time, but that is no longer the case. You had to build defenses for them, otherwise they would crawl right into your base. Should be good for what we need. The rest of the walls. There's a zombie. I don't see one. He must be a crawler. Leave him alone. You might be wondering what kind of defense this box really could give. Well, really, it's none. Not how you have to set up any defenses, but the walls at least keep zombies from running straight up and tearing your face off. And if they can't see you and you don't make any noise, they'll tend to just ignore your home and just move on. If you make any noise, or you let them see you, they'll start banging on the walls until they break them, and then you become a sardine in a can. Alright, looks like I got the whole walls done. Just need to make a door. Must have a door. Good. Craft that. True, I have the room. That's okay, we'll fix that. Oh, good job. Alright, let's try that again. Put the door where the door belongs. Oh, I didn't realize I did that. Just the one. Get back there. And there we have it. A mostly built house. Really, that could go on the outside, but I think I prefer them to pile up with one zombie stuck in here instead of 4 or 5 lined up along the wall, beating on the door. So we're gonna have to fix the ground there. It's quite unlevel and it makes it hard to get inside. But for now, we need a bit more wood. Oh, nurse. What goodies do you have for me today, Miss Nurse? Absolutely nothing. Ah, there's that crawl I heard earlier. I need enough wood to make our roof. And then we'll have just enough time to roam around a little bit and see if there's anything around us, because it'll be getting dark soon. See if there's any deer to hunt. Oh, you came all the way down here to see me. Well, guess I can't disappoint you then, can I? Alright. Let's see. I'm going to make a sleeping bag. That's right, Deej. It's bedroll. I'm thinking sleeping bag and it's bedroll. Oh well. You can lock your door, but when you don't have humans around, other players, it's never a concern. Zombies don't open doors, so you'll be fine. We'll say 20. Okay. Put this down. There we go. Well, almost a perfect number. Level out the ground with the blocks. The way the voxels work in this game, if the terrain is uneven, the quickest way to even it out is to place a block, which causes the voxel to update and return to its more natural state. could be done with blocks or just about anything, but it's easier with wood frames because you can just quickly pick them up, place them down. As you've seen there, you see how it used to look like a flat area, and then suddenly when I put the block down, it turned into a hole. Very common. You think you've got a level area, and then suddenly the floor falls out from under you. So, what we're going to do now, toss that out and make a secure storage chest. In fact, I'll make 2 of them. Oh. 2 of them, please, not 3. And we shall place them there upon that wall. Now we can store all of our extra stuff that we at the moment do not need. Let's just say iron, the rotting flesh, mechanical parts, the blueberries, the murky water, the raw meat. Definitely raw meat. Always keep your raw meat in a container at all times. Otherwise you're attracting zombies. Put the brass in there. The candles I can keep out because I'm going to be using them as a light source. One on each side of the door should be fine. It'll pretty much light up the whole area. And then outside we'll place... There we go. Now we'll be able to see the outside in the dark. Okay. There we go. We don't need that. That's for multiplayer. And right now we're not multiplayer, so we don't have to worry about claiming our land. Somebody coming along and stealing it. It's perfectly safe. So that just sits there. It's useless. Put the eggs in. Mind, it's also good to keep your storage very organized, so that you know where you have everything. But for the most part, right now, we don't really need to worry about that. I don't have enough stuff to worry about organizing anyway. Alright, now, what are we going to do about this? Well, we could go out and make some dirt and just fill that in, which would work. But then we still have these pieces of the wall that had to be sunk because of that. What we could do is dig this out, fix the wall all the way around, and then make a wood floor. Which would give us a pretty good floor to stand on, and it's better than grass. Which I think is what we will do. Takes a bit more wood, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. Just time consuming, really. Another bird's nest. Always a welcome find. Oh, and just a comment, while trees, if they fall on you or zombies, will certainly end you, trees falling on buildings seems to do absolutely nothing. So, kudos to the pimps for not putting collision into a physics system. That was sarcastic, by the way. We'll need a shovel. And we'll need wood. Okay, right there. We should need 25? Yeah. 25 should do it. Alright. My shovel. Alright, we'll begin digging this out. I'm sure the dirt will come in handy at some point too, so it's no big loss to take the time to do this. Never know when dirt will come in handy. As you see, the stone shovel durability actually goes down quite fast compared to, say, the stone axe. And shovels used to also be quite heavy on stamina, though it seems they've toned that back a bit, which is a good thing. Shovels used to take way too much stamina. You could get maybe 4 swings before you were out. We're gonna have to pick that up. Don't want to destroy it. There we go. There it goes. It's repaired. Oop, that's not what I want. Sometimes you accidentally hit scrap, and that's a horrible thing. Your tool goes goodbye. It's especially bad if you accidentally try to drink some water, and instead of drinking, you accidentally hit scrap. All your water's gone, and all you're left with is a pile of broken glass. So, try not to do that. I've done it. It's not a good feeling. Well, out of stamina, we need to rest a bit. Alright, we're going to finish this, and I have to pause for one moment, and then I'll be back with you. I apologize for that. I should go ahead and pause that now, and then I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'll be back in one moment. Please don't go anywhere. Alright everyone, I am sorry about that. I am back again, and we will resume what we were digging out this floor. Sometimes life throws little curveballs and we have to put life on pause a bit. Alright. At least it gives us time to regenerate our stamina. We are almost done. We're going to have to repair that again. Still going to have to dig out the edges more than likely. Make the walls more solid. Last thing you want is a crawler to come up to the wall and dig a hole. They've been known to do that, and if you leave a hole in the wall where there's dirt only and no wood, they can just make a nice little hole and start crawling in. So it's best to have your foundation all the way down at the same level. Alright, we're dug out. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll have to dig that out too. How unfortunate. This probably won't get done tonight, but I'll have to sit and wait for our nighttime to go by. I am running out of stamina. Oh, and a shovel out of durability as well. Alright. There we go. That's... wait. That'll be fine. There we have it, our first line of flooring. And when we jump, we still don't hit the ceiling, which is perfect. I'll be removing that for a ladder so we can get on the roof, should the need ever arise. You can hear the crickets of night coming. Should still be about an hour before night comes, due to the settings I have. Some of this. Oh, I am hungry. Well, that's okay because I have yucca. It's not the most efficient food, but it will keep you from starving. There we go, that should be good. 26. Yeah, we might as well drink some too. Still getting used to these new hotkeys they placed on here. These are new. They never used to be here until the last patch. Or I should say, the last alpha. Alpha, what are we on, 16? Yeah, 16. We didn't have them before, so still getting used to it. Used to doing everything with my mouse. Mining tools have gone up. Very good. I'll need that to go up before I can get the next level of Miner 69er, which I believe is level 10 mining tools. Oh, just looks it because of the angle. I'll have to repair this again soon. We are almost done with the foundation. We'll have to build a few more blocks, but we'll be more secure for it, and it'll look nicer. More importantly, I'll know it's done right, which matters more than anybody else knowing it. Alright, give me that back. And there we have it. Now we can start laying down the flooring. We're going to need some more of these. I knew 10 wouldn't be enough, but is it 5? Yeah. Maybe 4. I would miscount by 1, wouldn't I? How did I manage that? There we go. Construction tools. They changed the way skills work in the new alpha. It used to be that you didn't have money, or in this case points, to buy new skills. You just leveled them up. And through that you gained the ability to have that skill. Or in some cases, such as building forges and other more specialized things, you had to have a recipe. Well, now you don't have to go out and find a recipe for most things. You can just spend your points and you get it. In some ways it's good. In some ways I don't like it. But we'll make do. As you see, the sun is setting over the mountain. It will be dark soon. So before it gets dark, gather some more wood so I can finish. You can go out during the night. However, all the zombies will begin to run and become feral. And unless you have an actual gun, it's pretty advised to stay indoors until sunlight again. And you'll know when nighttime falls and when daytime comes by the musical cue that the game produces for it. Alright, that's good enough. We should head in. And it's counting down to nightfall. There it is. Nightfall has arrived. Lock up the kids and women. And we're out of wood. Tomorrow morning we'll have to get the rest. But for now, we just simply hunker down and wait for morning. Which at this point, we really have nothing to do. Place my bedroll down now that I have a nice wooden floor. There we go. Now I have a nice icon on my map, which you can see is there's your home. So if you ever die while exploring, you'll teleport back here instead of somewhere random on the globe map, which could either be very close or it could be thousands of kilometers away, which is bad, especially if you find out between you and that 1,000 kilometers there's a body of water, which means you're going to have to pass it too. You either go around it or you swim through it. Both just as slow. Excuse me, getting a drink. Well, this is quite boring, isn't it? Not a whole lot to do. I guess I could go out and, gather some wood. I need to gather some rocks first, won't I? Well, thankfully there's a rock right outside my house. Always be cautious when you're outside. You can never be too careful. We'll go ahead and take the torch with us just so we can have some light out here. Place it down and chop some trees. Normally I wouldn't do this. I would stay nice and safe inside my home during the night at this early stage. But I've got you guys here watching, so I can't just stand around for the whole night. It'd be quite boring. I could edit it out in post, but can't edit live. Ooh. That's why you should always pay attention to trees when you cut them down. They might just very well fall on your head backwards. Well, come on. Oh boy, I can't see a thing. Thankfully I can see a little bit of light coming from the front door. There's home. Finish up the ceiling. I swear I heard a zombie walking. It's my imagination. Try not to make noise when they're near, otherwise they detect you. Let's make some ladders. Two should be good. Try 4. Ceiling. Perfect. Now I need a trapdoor. that's weird. Wooden hatch. There we go. Oh, I hear a zombie now, definitely. I should be quiet. There he is. He's walking past this way. I'm hungry. That's gonna make noise. Sounds like it might be a small horde moving through. And you hear his footsteps on this side of the wall. There's another one over here. They walked up against a wall. It's a good thing I came in when I did. Oh, I need to eat. Hopefully they won't hear this. Okay, they didn't hear it. Now if I had still had that raw meat on me instead of putting it in the chest, they'd have been climbing all over the walls trying to get in here. They would have smelled it for sure. You'll see the stars in the sky from here. The Milky Way disk. And for some reason I think you wouldn't really see that. But it's a nice touch. still outside. They're gonna be meandering around all night. I have to go out in the morning and take care of them. Right outside the wall. And it's midnight. 3 more hours till morning. There's the moon. About a half moon. Five more nights to a blood full moon. And the zombies will be ravenous. As you see right now outside, they are feral. They will run full speed and they will chase you. But until the feral night comes on day 7, every 7 days, they become hyper aggressive and they actually home in on you no matter where you are or how well you're hidden. They will go to your location and do their best to get to you. And depending on how you set the game up, will depend on how many zombies come after you each wave. Each wave starts after the first, second, well, I should restate that. Every wave starts after the last zombie from the previous wave dies. So the more you kill, the more will eventually make their way to you. And without adequate defenses around your base, they will eventually get in. This is something you would probably want to avoid, unless, of course, you like dying. Because once they make a hole in, they all rush in. Oh, there he is by the door. Oh dear. Ooh. It's a good thing that door is so hard to get in. Even he had a hard time. Drop him from that ladder. Caught scent of me. There we go. Well, I guess he carried nothing. Must have been the same zombie who's been wandering around the home here. Now we have some points to spend. Might as well do that while we're standing here waiting. Alright, can't have Minor 69er. Can't have Sexual Tyrannosaurus, but I can do tool smithing, which would be a huge help right now. Oh, I can get 2 levels of it. Very good. I have to be level 10. Which level am I? 5. Okay. Well, while I'm at it, I must get to miscellaneous crafting. Weapon smithing might help. There we go. I used up all of our points. Good. Good, make some tools. A far better bow. A better stone axe. Scrap that, and scrap that. No point to waste anything. Could use some more arrows though. Only make 12, so might as well make them. And we're hungry again. We'll slowly heal from this, of course. Every little bit helps. There we go, that should be good, 30%. That'll keep us going for a while. Another hour and a half, and we should be free. We can go out and start hunting and see if we can make a forge. We're a little shy of halfway there with the leather we have, but a couple deer we should be pretty good. course, a couple wolves would be good too, but they are very hard to kill. And if you screw up, they will kill you. So never fight wolves with a bow and arrow unless they're chasing you and you have no choice whatsoever, because they will run you down eventually. Put away the stuff we have, the dirt fragments, pine seeds. Don't really need to cotton or the flowers. That can be scrapped. We can do one. Don't need the lead. I really don't have a way of cooking the raw meat. I could roast it on an open fire, which would make charred meat, which is good for food and it does do well, but it also heavily depletes your water supply. It makes you very thirsty. And right now I've only got 2 jars of water, so I would be better off holding off and just eating the yucca I have until I don't have any more. And then figuring out what I want to eat after that. One more hour. Not much longer now. Already growling stomach for 25% food. I think the first growl should be a little bit further down than that, but their choice, I suppose. In my opinion, this is the worst part of the game. The nighttime is just, it's a downtime. Unless you have things to do, like, you have forges and campfires and other activities and supplies to be building and preparing things for the next day, that's alright. The night goes by pretty quick. But if you don't have those things and all you're doing is basically standing around waiting for the next day to start, it gets to be a bit, well, boring. Because all you're forced to do is stand around and wait. Get low on water. I should drink. There we go. Don't want to die of thirst. almost now. At least I think it's... I could be wrong, but I believe the sun rises at 3 a.m. Maybe 4. I would certainly hope not. And now you can see it's getting light. And it's almost day. Almost daytime. Almost ready. And you finally get back out there and start exploring again. Oh dear, I was wrong. It's 4 a.m. It's still dark out. It's getting there. The zombies are still running though. It's best to stay inside. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was 3, but now apparently it is 4. Maybe it used to be 3. Ah, well. Getting lighter and lighter out. "44 minutes remaining." You can see the sunrise coming now. The moon's almost setting. The sun should be rising in that direction, cresting over the hill. start now. If we run any zombies, we'll just run. Sun will be up in a few minutes. So we're going this way. I think we'll head in that direction. Yeah, we'll see what's that way. That's that trader, I believe. Got a nice trunk. Ah, there we go. A flashlight, hunting rifle parts, and a green shirt. Perfect. Flashlight will come in handy at night. The tall mountain. What's over here? Just stones and clay. Should go ahead and grab some of this clay while we're here. That's actually dirt. Interesting. Usually around rocks is clay. There's some right here. Yeah, here we go. Should have noticed that wasn't clay when I was over there, but I wasn't paying attention. We'll need the clay to make our forge, so we'll also need some iron pipes. Oh, that was a little loud. As I was saying, we'll also need iron pipes, one for the actual bellows, and one for the forge body. So we'll need to find those too, which they're usually pretty easy to come by if you look around. Trash bins. Cabinets sometimes will have one or two. There we go, we can go on now. See what we see. Zombie? What is that? Oh, is that a worker? Yes, it is a worker zombie. And he had nothing about you in him. Useless right now. They'll plan on making shotgun shells anytime soon. Where are you swinging at? Okay, off we go. This is one of the problems with the random world generator. They still haven't perfected it, and a lot of the times you'll find roads that are basically impassable because of terrain. Or sometimes you'll find a road and you'll follow it and it'll just go right off a cliff. So you gotta be careful following roads sometimes. Especially when they're on a very high plateau or they're going uphill. Because the other side of the hill might be so steep you won't see it until you're flying off the edge. And then you'll have broken or sprained legs, which both are a rather large pain. A few alpha patches ago, this game got a bad reputation for being a broken leg simulator instead of being a zombie survival game, because it was so incredibly easy to break your legs. Just by jumping off of a small stone on the ground, it would break your leg. They've fixed that since then, but it was always nice to be able to walk off a ladder and break your leg. Seed. Okay. Might find a pot here, I hope. Then I'd be able to make a cooking fire and have a... Yes, there we go, cooking pot. We got sleepers, though. These camps, while a good place to find cooking pots, are also a great place to find already made fabric that's already been made. Just by destroying the tents here. Oh, a zombie stripper. Oh, hey, you got some painkillers, thank you. That's saying a bad message. Are you saying that strippers carry painkillers on them? Alright, let's see here. Oh, that's a nice written club. And some free bedrolls. Don't need them though. That'll be useful. The iron arrowhead, not so much. Once upon a time, you would have actually needed that to make more by using clay to make a mold. But they gave up on that. So, you used to be able to make guns just by having parts. You could make molds out of them and make gun parts, but they changed that. Pick up some of this fabric. You never know when it'll come in handy. If I find some duct tape, I can make clothing. No, cloth armor, that is. Of course, cloth can also be made into duct tape if you find glue. You combine the glue with the fabric and you get duct tape. Or you could even make glue if you have bones and a chemical station, which at this stage of the game you wouldn't have unless you went to a trading post like the one I did and find a chemical station. I might need the bones. Let's go ahead and take up all these guys so we can have the bones. Yes, we're getting animal fat from human remains. Sure. Just be honest, it's human fat. Alright, well, we found something very useful there. We'll be able to make boiled water back on because we have a water supply nearby. So that's really good. We have a renewable water supply now, which means we can make lots of nice tea. So it'd be a very good reason to pick up some of this goldenrod. Goldenrod's great for tea because it gives better hydration, gives a little bit of wellness per drink, and of course it also cures dysentery if you happen to contract it through accidentally drinking unboiled water. Murky water, as they call it. Unclean from the rivers, the toilets. Don't really need the cotton right now. Alright, where are we going? We do not want to go that way. How did I get that far turned around? Excuse me. Splat. Aha, scrap. That's all we off in the distance. We need some stone. Need to make some arrows. We'll likely need some wood too. So we'll take care of that as well. stamina left, of course. That's why we're not able to do a whole lot. Excuse that little noise you probably heard there. Seems one of my cables came slightly undone. Very low on food. We really should. Do I have anything to eat? Just the yucca. It'll keep me going. But I really need to find a better food source. I'll have to make some boiled meat. It doesn't dehydrate you as much. If it ain't at all, I don't think it dehydrates you at all. Okay, arrows. There's a carrion bird in the sky. Missed the body. Need that bone. If we're gonna make glue later, we're gonna need all the bones we can find. Plus, they also make good shivs, so I should make a new one. I hear you. You're gonna come and try to strike me, I know. Here you come. Well. I missed that one. Looks like he decided he'd take his chances somewhere else. Oh no, here he comes. Huh? Thank you, sir. Your donation is appreciated. Okay, let's switch this out with this better shiv. Use this club a bit more, save some arrows. Spell that. Remember what I said about cactuses? Free food. Always free food. And I'm going to be needing that. Wow! Darn cactuses. Like a storm brewing. Is this coal? Yes, it is. Really don't need coal. You can get it out of stone, so not really a use right now. I have this. Have to find some stone. Oh dear. And no stones. Aha, there we go. Thankfully, these only need one stone to repair. Let's try out the new bow, huh? I have to admit, that's actually... Ooh, that's a bad installation record, but... Don't want to be in anything that hot right now. Where are we? Well, I guess we can... There's darn cactuses on the ground. Well, I need the yucca, so I guess I can't really complain. Oh, there's some corn. There's lots of corn here, actually. Corn. Some of that. here. That's useful. More corn. These wild plants only give 1 ear of corn each, but still, that's better than no corn at all. Because really, you're not looking to eat it, you're looking to plant it. You could eat it in an emergency, but that would be robbing yourself of vital seeds to make more. Because when you grow them yourself, you get 3 corn per plant instead of the standard 1. Oh. Nothing. I need some stone. I should crack that a bit. Plus, hitting on stone doesn't just get you stone, it also gets you valuable iron, coal, and potassium nitrate. Lead, in the end, it's extremely common. It's not exactly rare. I mean, look at how much of it you get just by doing this. So, don't go out of your way just to mine lead, because eventually when you start to do mining, you're going to find more of it than you would ever wanted to see. You'll always have lead. Plastics, those are very useful. We don't need the dirt. I'll take that instead. Yeah, I'm going to have to eat and drink. Getting low on both. I should mention, these painkillers, they are a good source of healing. As you see, they do give some healing. However, they take 30 hydration, which is massive, especially if you don't have the water to spare. If you have a supply of water that's non-stop, then, well, by all means use it. But it could very easily kill you just to save you. Did I hear something? Oops, drop my axe. Alright. Bag of trash. Was like a zombie sitting there. Ah, there's 1 lead pipe. Excellent. I only need 1 more of those and I can make my forge. Well, that is once I get my leather. Still need to find something to kill. A pig. A bear. Well, I wouldn't go after a bear right now. That'd be pretty dumb. Then again, the way they change pigs too, so pigs aren't a great option either. They attack now. Deer are your best bet for leather these days. They don't fight back. Oh, there's a deer right there. Oh, he must have saw me. Well, let's hope I can still sneak up on him. My touchpad's active. That's not good. There he is. He's got him in head. They're very hard to hit when they're hard away. When they're very far away, they're very hard to hit. Got him. Did he die? No. Got him that time. Great. I don't know why he didn't run after the first shot, but I'm glad. Look at that glitching. Stretch deer strong. have room for the leather. Ooh, that's not good. Goodbye, rifle hordes. I do not need you. Come on, where's the animal hide? There it is. Excellent. So now I have 6. I have 12 altogether. I'll need at least 2 more deer. Well, that's very disappointing. You know, as you've seen, it's not exactly easy to kill deer. Sometimes you hit them and they run and run and run and they never stop it, and it's just, it becomes a point where you have to make a choice. Is it better to just keep chasing it and hope it stops, or just give up and find another target? Many times it's just better to find another target because they never stop. Here we go, some more corn. Another zombie, what kind is it? Just paper. Oh, oil. Very nice. Oil is used for making repair kits for guns. And as far as I know, they still have not made it a craftable item. So, it is another one of those things that is very limited and can only be found by, well, killing things or looting. So, when you find it, it's usually a good idea to pick it up. Can't go wrong. Where are we? Here we are. Next to a highway. It might lead to a town. Burned out car. Nothing good in it. At least there would be if I had a wrench, but I do not. Oh, some duct tape. That's rather nice. Do I have room for it? Let's see. Yeah, I need 10 of those. Well, you know what? Duct tape's more useful. Because right now I can make some cloth armor. Chest armor. That'd be nice. Like that, and then pick my shovel back up. A crawler. An insane one. Some corn. Grab the corn. Deer. I don't see any deer down there. Oh, honey. Come on now. Nice, more duct tape. That's really good. I'm not sure what a stripper was doing walking around with duct tape, but I'm not gonna complain, really. I can make some leg armor. And some cloth gloves, too. Alright, on our way. See if this road leads to a town. At the moment, I'm not seeing one, but always good to use the zoom function to see further away. Okay. Ah, that was a bird I saw. I saw its shadow and I wasn't sure. is he doing? Are you actually going to attack me, or are you just going to fly in random directions? Okay. Another camping distance there. More feathers. Always good. So we find in a camp. Probably nothing I need, but you never know, maybe another pot. I only need one, but 2 campfires ain't so bad. No stove. Wow, eggs in jars, nice. Tin can. Oh, a munitions box. Yeah, this isn't just an ordinary camp. This is a military camp. A small one. Fog's rolling in. Well, let's see what's in this again. Toilet again? An oven. What is... oh, paint. How useless. You know what, I should take this out. Let that respawn later. Back out. Oh, it's raining. Back to the road. I have to try to find shelter eventually. It's only 8 in the morning though, so that's good. Plenty of time. Ow! Cactus. Business Suit Larry here. Dodge the cactus. Oh, I'm gonna have to eat again. I really should lay down a campfire and just make some food. I have a water source here. Would be wise. You know what? I have no stone, of course. I don't need the coal. Any rocks nearby? Maybe some cinder blocks. Usually there's some on the road. Any other time there'd be cinder blocks all over the place. But when I need them, there's none here. That'd be good if I had a wrench, mechanical parts in there. Well, untouched sedan. Might be goodies inside. Or might be crap. Sports bag. And yeah, just gun parts. I really don't have a use for them. Not yet. Now there's the cinder blocks I needed. Oops. One. Ah, looks like the rain's stopping. There we go, campfire. Yeah, I hear you. Put you there. have water left. Well, that's okay. We'll just come down here to the water and get some. What is it? That could be lead. I think it is. Yeah, it's lead. It's metal. There we got murky water, but we'll give it a smack just to make sure. Yep, it's lead. No use for lead right now. We need some wood though. There we go. Fuel for the fire. Alright, just put it all in there. Oh, they changed it. Taking an ace can maybe a cooking pot now. Well, alright. Make one. Hey, that's better than nothing. That'll certainly get my hunger up. And give me some wellness. Boom. Drink some of that. Don't need that lead. Now I can do some boiled meat. One more boiled meat. Alright. Unfortunately, it seems the boiled meat still uses up your bottle. So, unfortunate as it is, it's just one of those things you gotta put up with. Just gotta wait for that to finish. And then we'll have plenty of food for the day. And water too. So we'll be eating all this food as soon as it comes out. It should take us to 100. Drink what we can. There we go. Plenty of water to live on now. Don't eat the chili. Chili gives you gas, which attracts zombies. So only eat chili when you're at home. And you're pretty secure. There we go. Some food. This should bring my wellness up. Should take me to 101. There we go. Wellness increased by 1. And as you see, I did not get my bottle back, so... It really doesn't make sense why, because you're pouring the water into the cooking pot to boil the meat, but... yeah. I should get 2 wellness out of this, which isn't too bad. Alright. Take back my cooking pot and my wood. And we're off. Leave the cooking pot there. Don't need it. I mean, the cooking pot. The campfire. No longer need it. Oh, we have a V. So, let's see here. Go up. What is that? Oh, that's another trader. You know what? We'll go that way. If anything, to finish the quest. And we'll see what's near there. Maybe a town nearby. One never knows. It's trash. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we got all the parts we need for our forge, except the leather. Which there's a zombie about to lose his legs to a cactus up there. Come on now. Hey, there's yucca plants here. I can just grab the yucca right off of them. And some aloe, which is great because I can make some bandages now. Some more painkillers. Yeah, some nice yucca. Good. Much more efficient to gather yucca this way than to beat cactuses for it. Grab a few over here. Some chicken soup. Might as well just eat it while we're here. There we go. Some things like that, it's best not to just pick them up and just eat them on the fly. Ah, scrap. Some would argue that it's better to keep it as an emergency food supply that doesn't smell, but in the end, if I'm in a fresh game, just running around collecting things, doesn't really bother me. Doesn't matter one bit. Eat it now, eat it later. Eat it when I need it. Okay, that should be good enough. Grab a few more of these aloe vera plants. Bandages are always in a huge demand. They heal you, and they stop bleeding. And again, they may also sell very well at the trader too. Healing items tend to sell real well there. Of course, it also depends on your trading level too. If your trading level's low, he'll completely swindle you every time. He'll give you 1% of its value. Alright, looks like we're full of yucca. Yep, good. Now we just need that aloe vera wherever we see it. See, at this point, if I had all those gun parts that I had found, I could have sold them for a pretty good amount of money to him. But it's, you know, you've only got so much room to carry, and if I carried all that, I wouldn't have room for anything I've already got. I like thinking to the future instead of a short-term gain. A lot of this stuff will help me more in the future than just carrying around a bunch of gun parts whenever I eventually find a trader. Ow. Let's see here. Aloe cream. Make 6 of them. I've still got 2 aloe vera plants left. Of course, I have no room. Here we go. Now I have room for it. Where's the trader? Trader's in that direction. I'm going to take a while for that to finish. Tin can. What can I really do without? Well, that helps. The game didn't stack the fabric wrong. It's not like a rabbit dying. If it was, it'd be free meat, but good luck finding a tiny little dead rabbit in all this. It's hard enough to kill them as it is, much less to find one that's already dead, that you didn't see die. He's down this way. He's not dead yet, he's... in this direction. Sounds like he's dead, though. Probably got caught on a cactus and bounced himself to death, like the zombies tend to do. Oh, sounds like a zombie just did that to himself. Athletics level 11. Ooh, I am getting really hot. Well, grab this, grab that, and into the water. That'll cool me off. Cool me off in a hurry. I'm thirsty while swimming. Can't see him. Oh. As you see, it can get really hot really fast, just like it can get really cold really fast without much warning. I should make some arrows. Not many, but a couple. 10 work. Aloe cream. Make some more. Oh, pig. Not a good idea to fight him. He'd probably kill me. Pigs are deadly. Master just leaving where he is. trader? Ah, he's over there across the lake. Or, that is river. Oh, just some clay. Cannot breathe. Yeah. Really? I thought I was Aquaman. I could breathe underwater. Silly. Crossing bodies of water takes forever. You see a little bit of a dust storm over there. Stamina just drained away. There you go. Back on the inside. Almost to the trader. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Sometimes they'll drop items that are actually quest starters. And if you want, you can go and do the quest, or, well, not. Sometimes you may find some kind of special item or buried treasure. But a lot of the times, it can be more of a hassle than it is a benefit. Okay, let's see here. Where is the... Oh, here's it. I think this is the entrance here. Okay, what do we get here? Blueberries. Don't need blueberries, sir. Ah, well. They were potatoes.
If you break it, you buy it.
What's this? Trader Jimmy, huh? So, let's see what he's got for sale, shall we? Quite expensive things. Some lockers, goggles, boots, t-shirt, a decent, very good flashlight, but really expensive, pointless. Crossbow bolts, a crossbow, some food. Well, maybe he has leather. We could be lucky. It's cheap. Ah, some potatoes. We could buy that, and that would give us our garden. Could be quite useful. Machete. Oh, machetes are a very nice thing, but the hunting knife, but the hunting knife is... Yeah. We'll see what we can afford after we sell some stuff. He doesn't want those. We'll take the arrows I have, but... We'll take the aloe vera. Potassium? No. Yeah, of course he would. Alright, we'll sell... Don't have enough inventory space to sell this item. Really now. Just enough to get what I need. Here, you can have the painkillers. You can have the can of chili. No, he doesn't need grass fibers. No. No, he could take cloth. How much is that? Just one for... Yeah, no. 2 for each couple. Okay. Yeah, of course he'll take leather. Leather's valuable. There we go. How much to get that? 110? Damn, that's not bad. Alright, that will get us our potato. We only need 1. Oh, you have to buy the 5. Well, that's not bad. 5 potatoes, 29. Yeah, definitely. Alright, now.
Oh, you want a guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try Shamway.
14 of those.
Okay, fucker. You respect the shop rules, and we'll get along just fine.
Amusing. I'll buy those too. Really? He doesn't want... Well, that's okay then. Does he want the fat? Yeah. Oh, I don't need it at the moment, so why not? No, he doesn't want iron. It's because he wants 25. Or no, he wants 5 at a piece, but he doesn't need it. Just, ooh, dogs and zombies out there.
No refunds. Deal's done. Now beat it, fucker.
Say, could I close the door? They can't get in, really.
At least wipe that shit off your boots before you come into my shop.
Alright. Let's see, I've only got 159, so... Let's see here. Yeah, just the leather chest armor. He doesn't actually have leather. He has nothing here that's cheap, that's made of leather that can be scrapped. Unfortunately. The cheapest hunting knife is well beyond my ability. I don't need all these, man, so I'm just gonna sell 3 each, huh? I don't need all of them. And it gives me a few levels in barter too, which helps. Yeah, 3 for 5, that's... not worth it either. Oh, he'd probably want that, oh yeah. Well, he ain't getting it. I think that's all I'm gonna get out of this guy. He doesn't have very many things. got potatoes, which is very good. That means I can go home with this corn and start a farm.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Although he does have a lot of blueberries over here, I can just pick these and sell them to him. That's how I have plenty of blueberries back home.
How about I empty your pockets?
None of the justify selling. I'll keep them.
Shit, man. I treat you that good, and you don't even fucking tip me.
Destroyed forge. Got some wood. That's unusual. Usually the forges here are actually functional. Hey. How about that? Destroyed cement mixer too. Oil shale. Yeah. But you know what? They fixed that now. You used to be able to take those and take them for yourself. Not anymore. Do I have anything that I can craft at the moment? I don't think so. I'll go ahead and leave. Okay, what we wanted to do anyway. Some more corn. 1,300 hours. Plenty of time. I should see if I can. Golden rod seed. Don't need it. See if I can find another deer here in the plains. If I can find another deer, I may be able to make my forge. That won't beat on for goals for tonight's live stream. They're hard to hit in the air. I'll level it up. Nice. Some moldy bread too. That's really good. Well, over here, I might as well look at our levels. What can we do? The level of sexual Tyrannosaurus. No minor 69 yet. Have a bad habit. We're in the desert area. Well, heading into a desert. It's amazing how easy you can get turned around sometimes. I don't even realize it until you run back up to the place you left. Another flashlight. I already have one. Don't need any more at the moment. Of course, I could sell it, but oh, dehydrating. Wonder what that is out there. Might be a snake. I remember they did put in snakes. Oh, there it is. I need to find a greener area where I might find some deer. Looks like there's some greener area here. Of course, forests aren't the best place to find deer, but I'm more likely to find one here than I am in a desert. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive. Where would you find a deer? Oh, in the woods. Well, yes and no. You may find one or two here, but they seem to mostly be in the plains. Of course, the side effect is the woods also makes it harder to even see them to begin with. While the plains is quite flat and wide open, so it's really easy to spot a deer. Is it a deer? I believe that is. Lovely. How can I hit it? Perfect. One shot. Alright, now where's that? There it is. Excellent. I only need one more deer. And I'll have my forage. Then I can begin the long run home. What was that? Sound like a pig. I might be crazy enough to kill a pig right now. It means getting my last two pieces of leather I'll need. I'll cross over here. Oh, it's a nice shallow. That's good. Ah, this probably isn't. Nope. fantasy. Like, who would build a road like this? Nobody. There aren't even guardrails on them. Alright, come on. One more deer. Or a pig, of course. I'd take my chances and try. Wow, look at all the corn. That'll help my farm expand. Another fat guy. There's the deer I've been looking for. Oh, come on, die. There you go. You get down this hill. Yeah, there he is. What did I miss? Ah, there he is. Well, everyone, we've got our forge. Excellent. I gotta grab some of this stone. Oh, I don't have room. Oh, I don't have to. Looks like I can plant that later. Am I gonna get rid of, you know? No, I'm gonna go ahead and head home. Looks like that's home right there. Boy, we really went far. A long about way of it, but we went far. And we're gonna have plenty of food to cook when we get there. Go ahead and make that leather now or a ring. Save some time. And I ran right off that and broke my leg. Sit here and rest. Get our stamina back. Yeah, that would help. There we go. Yucca will keep our stamina up. Alright. Back on land again. We'll use the yucca to keep us running a bit further. Ooh, close. Well, this time we're not going to swim across the lake. River, whatever. And that's it, full food. But it kept us running for much longer than we could have otherwise. We could use some water now. That'll also replenish some of our stamina. And we get to hydrate at the same time. Win-win. Pretty much at the end of our extensions. We'll just finish it out as it is. Long trip, but we're almost home. All that meat I'm carrying is attracting attention. But I'm pretty sure I'm running faster than they can track, so I'll be fine as long as I don't run into any before just before getting home. out of stamina finally. Very close to home. Jump up the hill, jump up the hill. I believe this is it. There it is. Careful going down this hill. Easily break a leg. Home sweet home. Alright. Get rid of all this stuff I'm carrying. So I got lots of blueberries now. I have plenty of feathers. I don't need to carry all that. Eggs, oil, brass, clay. I need the stone too. Did I throw the stone? Oh, there it is. That. Plastics. Aloe vera plant. Bones. Alright, we need 2 more of those. There we go. Part 1. Now we need the forge recipe. And I need 50 lumps. I need 50 small stones. I have to go get some small stones. I also need some clay. Do I have clay underneath me? Yes, I do. I still have a shovel. No, I do not. There we go. We're crafting a forge. Gonna need a bit more clay. Since clay is used in almost every forge recipe. This should be good. Should have plenty of clay now. There's the forge. And we have successfully done what we set out to do. There we have it. A forge. Grab the raw iron we have. Any other clay? No? Okay. Alright, that goes there. Clay goes there. And we have a functioning forge. Alright. That was our main goal for the day. Finish this. And now we have a forge. Excellent. On that note, this is a good time to go ahead and to say goodnight to everyone. It's getting a little bit late here, so I think it's time to take a break. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good night.